Welcome back to the Paper Mario Low HP LP. Last episode we've gone through Boo's Mansion and now we'll be going into Gusty Gulch and head into Tubba Wubba's castle. Alright, so you'll see here that the Boos are guarding this gate over here. It would be locked if you haven't gone through Boo's Mansion yet, so now that we have Lady Bo with us, we can now head into Gusty Gulch. Are you scared? I just love how opposite the Boos are with regard to the way they communicate and whatnot. So, first off, as you can see here, we got some really green Goombas here. Looks like they just took a lot of pickles lately. So, I'm gonna take this on right over here. Made it with a spin jump. If you do a spin jump in the field, then you'll do a spin jump in battle as well as a first strike when you land on the enemy. So these are Hyper Paragoombas and Hyper Goombas. I'll just share their stats at the same time because they're very similar. The only other difference that they have wings and the other one doesn't. So they have 7 HP, 1 to 8 attack, and 0 defense. Now, you may be wondering, 1 to 8 attack, what is this? Do they have some kind of hidden potential? Oh, you gotta be kidding me, they're just Goombas, but they actually do something different from regular Goombas that you'll be finding out shortly. So here are Bo's attacks, Smack and Out of Sight. So basically Smack, what Bo's specialty is multi-hit attacks, but they only do 1 damage. How you do well with the action command determines how much damage you do. So here's what Hyper Goombas are all about. They charge in 1 turn, and the next attack they will do 8 damage. So yeah, this is where they get frightening. So what you usually want to do is use Lady Bo to use Out of Sight after they charge, so that way when they attack you, you will not get hit. So I'll demonstrate that right now by just jumping on the Goomba without doing the action command. So it's like, oh no, whatever will I do? I could potentially be in peril. Well, let's use an Out of Sight right now. And that's how it works. Now, imagine you are 10 years old and you never really connected the two strategies together. Yeah, I got a lot of game overs when I was playing through this the first time. Alright. So, yeah, that's basically the whole gimmick with the Hyper Goomba and Paragoombas now. This is where Lady Bo comes in handy. And we got some hearts for that too. Nice. So, speaking of mansions and spookiness... Oh, we got a cutscene here. Oh, Lady Bo, what a surprise seeing you. You know, your ladyship, you really shouldn't come around here. It's dangerous. Tubba Blubba could come here at any time. I know, I came here to teach that Tubba Blubba a lesson. Bring him on. When was the last time he came through here? Why, just yesterday, lady. It was horrible. This time, he ate Herbert. Oh, it was gruesome. No, there will not be a Gen 5. No! Oh, this is so dark and depressing. What a terrific boo. Oh no, not Herbert. Oh, Tubba Blubba, he must be stopped. Listen, everyone, don't fear. We're on our way to defeat this Tubba Blubba once and for all. That monster has eaten his last boo meal. That's not even a pun. Your bravery is inspiring, but you know he's called the Invincible Tubba Blubba. Please be careful, okay? One thing I really like about the chapter is how they're building up Tubba Blubba. He's supposed to be an invincible creature, and we haven't even seen him once yet. So, when we see him for the first time, be prepared for some very, very scary thoughts when you see him. Hello there, you're going up to beat Tubba Blubba, right? Yeah, get revenge. He'll never eat another ghost, never. Especially not... Oh man. Oh no, Tubba Blubba's coming! Everybody hide! Lady Bo, you have to hide Mario! So here's Lady Bo's power in action, down C. And here we go. Tubba Blubba. That is Tubba Blubba. This guy freaked me out so much as a kid. And this is why! You know what the guards are talking about? They are creeped up for a reason. He needs a snack. He just walks on by and eats a boo. What the heck? Who eats ghosts like that? A little tangy, but good. Oh my gosh. That first cutscene of Tubba Blubba should tell you enough about how creepy the guy is. Oh, Stanley! No! They got Stanley, the horror of it all! Well, it looks like AJ will be replacing him as a co-host in the podcast. Moving right along. That That really creeped me out as a kid, not gonna lie. Okay, so we're gonna get this Dizzy Dial over here. I don't know if we got this yet, but basically what it does is paralyzes enemies briefly. So it's pretty much another Sleepy Sheep-esque item. We're getting a lot of those kind of items, like there's the Sleepy Sheep, the Dizzy Dial, there's also the Stopwatch that falls in that category. I really don't know what the difference is between them. There's probably some kind of effectiveness or ratio kind of thing to the items, but I'm not 100% sure about that, unfortunately. Oh, and we got probably one of the most useful items in the game, Repel Gel. Basically, it turns Mario invisible for a short amount of time. Basically, he can't be attacked, but he can still attack. So that's what holds this item better than another item that we haven't encountered yet. There's only a limited amount of them, so that's something that we gotta be wary of. Unless if we go through the little oink thing. So here we got a new enemy. But before we fight him, we're just gonna adjust our badges a little bit. We're gonna have D down pound on, and we're good to go. Well, if you thought Hyper Goombas were scary, these are Hyper Clefs. Yeah, they have 4 HP, 3 to 8 attack, and 3 defense. Yeah, these are a lot more scarier than the Hyper Goombas and Paragoombas, which is why I equipped D down pound. And Bo can't do squat unless they charge, so... Oh, ow. That hurts. That hurts so much! Okay, we're still good. We're still not in danger yet, so... Okay, so you may be wondering, why am I giving myself a low HP LP if I'm not feeling stressed at all? Well, you're about to see some more dire situations where I'm about to lose a lot of HP because these enemies are starting to get stronger. Yeah, as you can tell, I am already at 6 HP, and that's with blocking 1 attack. These bouts will be more to the wire as we continue through this game, that's for sure. So if you thought I wasn't really scared at all in the first few episodes, now I am kind of scared. Suiting, because this is Chapter 3 where Tubba Blubba is introduced, so... Okay, it's all very suiting, this chapter, and I'm loving it. Everything starts to pick up in this chapter. So let's just get our Super Shroom over here, and those Clefs are really fast. That's also a coin block, which I'm not going to bother getting, because I'll probably be first strike like mad. And here we are in Tubba Blubba's castle. I was supposed to hit a heart block before I went in here. I could have sworn there was one in Gusty Gulch, but I guess I missed it, so just going to save over here and continue on. Alright, so first room of Tubba Blubba's castle, you'll see these flying squids. I guess they're inspired from bloopers. If you run into their line of sight, they'll try to capture you. What you gotta do is hide with Bo, and they'll ignore you, because you're not there. So you gotta constantly do this and not get captured, because if you get caught, then they'll drag you all the way back in the entrance. May not be bad for the first room of the castle, but there are more in later rooms of the castle, so... You don't want to get caught by them if you're up that far. So, next up over here, we got a new enemy, but... I don't want to run into him normally. What we're going to do is something very mischievous, if you ask me. We're going to use Bombette and blow up the Clubba while it's asleep. Mario is such a douchebag. Okay, so these are Clubbas. They have 8 HP. Yes, they're starting to get more closer to Mario's max HP. Well, my HP. 3 attack and 0 defense. So, yeah, these guys are heavy hitters now, so you gotta be wary of that as well. Alright. 3 damage. I forgot how weak Bombette is. I'm gonna be in danger no matter what! Oh, okay. See, now, this is what I'm kind of scared about, but thankfully this is the only battle that we're gonna have with this Clubba. Alright. So we got some 8 star points. And you saw the Power Rush badge come into effect there? That's why I equipped it. See, I didn't have to rely on Bombette after all. My hammer was strong enough to beat him. So this room we can't really do anything with yet. But what we can do is advance over here. You know those lamps in the background? I always thought those were faces. Like the lamps for the eyes and the circle is the mouth and... No, the circle is the tongue and the sides of the lamp are the frown pretty much. So if we jump up on this chair and table, we get ourselves another star piece. The environment here, again, reminds you how much of a gargantuan creature Tubba Blubba is. Huge table, huge chair, huge dining room. The environment itself tells you how much of a menace Tubba Blubba is. Even though you've already seen him, I just find going to the environment creepy in that regard. So we're gonna go into this room right over here, and we'll have a little bit of a... Actually, no, this is the wrong room. This is actually something completely different. So we're gonna sneak through this club over here. As long as you don't run, you won't be able to wake them up. So remember that slow go badge we got in Chapter 2? This is where that badge will come in handy. Unfortunately for me, I won't be relying on that badge because that would be some boring gameplay if I were to rely on the badge, would it? Well, a badge that I could easily perform without it. So, Grandpa over here, we have ourselves a castle key. Yeah, I spoiled it before we got it, but really, I don't know. Just felt like saying it. And let's just hit this heart block over here, and let's see what this boo has to say. Oh, you're Mario. Nice place, huh? As a matter of fact, I came to this castle with my friends to try to find Tubba Blubba's weak point. We managed to find out that there is something important hidden in Tubba Blubba's room on the highest floor. But once I got separated from my friends, I just had to hide. But you could go. First, you need to get to the uppermost floor, then keep going until you find his room. If you happen to run into Tubba Blubba, don't. I repeat, don't fight with him. He's invincible, really. Until you find out his secret weakness, you better just run away. You got that? Duly noted. Again, I love how it's all being built up by the environment and the characters, and I just love this chapter in general. So, got a super block over here. And we're going to power up Bow, giving more attack power to her slap attack, and teaching her Spook, which, again, is another one of those, actually, it's exactly like the Fright Jar, and how well you do your action command increases the chances of them running away. So, we're going to end it off right here. I know it's kind of a weird place to end it off on, but I want this week to kind of be all about Chapter 3, and I want to end Chapter 3 on the Friday, where we'll be finishing it off pretty much. So until then, see you guys next time. It doesn't save!